Hi guys, welcome to my channel Skills from Scratch. So today the next function is data and time. So in that the first one is today. So it will return the current date from your system, which means it will give you the date if you are using today function. And the next one is now. It will return the current date and time together. Today function only returns the date, but now function returns both the date and the time together. The next one is day. It will extract the day number from the date. For suppose today is 24th of May 2026. So it will give you the number 24. And the next one is month. It extract the month from the day. So here are the simple syntax, which means so today is 24/5/2026. So it will give you the output as 5, which means the month. And the next one is year. It extracts the year from the date, which means it will give you the output as 2026. So this is a simple date and time function. So I'll explain you in the real time how it works. So here is a real time example. If suppose if you just wanted to give today's date, which is 24/5/2026, so you can directly write the formula as today, open and close brace and enter. So we got the today's date. If suppose if you want to give the date and also the time, you have to use the function which is now. That's it. You got the date and also the time. So now here we have the employee table. So here we have employee ID, joining date, birth date, order date, and also delivered date. So if I wanted to extract the day number from the date, I'm going to use the function which is day. So I'm going to just take this order date. So I want to just extract the day number. That's it. So I got the output as only the day number, which is 1, 15, 10, 22, and 5. Suppose if I want to extract the month from the date, so I have to use the function which is month. So I'm going to select this and enter. So see, I have got the output as only the month number. And I wanted to extract only the year from the date. So yep, I'll go for this and I'm selecting the complete cells. See, I got the output as only years. So this is how the date and time function works. So next here we have, I have a simple task for you. You can just take a screenshot. You can just practice with the data set. So the next function is logical function. It is again divided into 6 types. So the first one is if. So it is used when you want to check the condition and returns the output as yes or no. So if suppose if you just wanted to check the condition and it will return the output as which true or false. So here is the simple syntax. The next one is and. It checks multiple conditions at the same time. So if you want to check if you have more than one conditions, then you have to use this and. Here are the simple syntax. And the next one is or. It checks at least one condition is true. So if you have multiple conditions, to check at least one condition is true, you have to use this or function. So here are the syntax. Not. The next one is not. So it reverses the logical value, which means, so suppose if you are getting the output actually as true, so it will return the output as false. So if suppose if the output is false, it return as true. So here are the syntax. So the next one is nested if. So placing one if function inside another if to test multiple condition. So if you're going to use one if function inside the another if function, then you have to use this nested if. And the next one is if error. So it catches the error and replaces them with the custom value, which means if suppose sometimes you will be seeing the errors in the Excel sheets like hashtag D exclamation in this way. So if just we wanted to customize that by giving any number or any name, so you can do this by using if error. So mostly we will be learning about this if error in the uh, VLOOKUP. So I'll show you in the real-time example now. So here is a real-time example for logical function. So here we have student table. So in this we have student ID, name, marks, attendance, sports, and project score. So and also here we have few conditions like check, pass, or fail. These are the few conditions so which we have to check here. So the first one is check, pass, or fail. Mark should be greater than or equals to 50. So if the student marks are greater than 50, then the student is pass. If it is less than 50, then the student is failed. So let's check. So I'm going to write a formula here. If so marks C2 greater than or equals to 50, then what should be the output? Pass. Okay, so this is the formula I wrote here. Now enter. So the student is pass. So I'm just going to double click here. So you got the entire results. So you can cross check here. The student marks are less than 50, then the student is failed. Here also you can see the student marks are less than 50, the student is failed. So here also you can see the student marks are less than 50, the student got the output as failed. So the next function, the next condition, eligible if marks are greater than or equals to 50 and the attendance person should be greater than or equals to 75. So here we have two conditions. So we have to use AND function. So I'm going to write a formula here. Rewriting the AND formula. So we have two conditions. Mark should be greater than or equals to 50. So mark should be greater than or equals to 50, comma. The attendance score should be greater than or equals to 75. That's it. So I'm going to write the output. What should be the result? Not eligible. That's it. So you can see here, marks are greater than or equals to 50 and also the attendance is greater than or equals to 75. Then you got the output as eligible. So I'm just double clicking here. So you got not eligible here because marks are less than or equals to 50. So it's not satisfying the both the conditions. Then you got the output as not eligible. So again, you can see here, the marks are greater than 50, but the attendance is less than 75. So the output is not eligible. So this is how the AND function works. And the next one is eligible if marks are greater than or equals to 80 or the project score is greater than or equals to 80. So here also you have two conditions, but you got the one condition as OR. So directly you can use the OR function here equals to if OR. So I'm going to write the condition here. So mark should be greater than or equals to 80 and project score should be greater than or equals to 80. Then you can directly write selected, not selected. That's it. So you got the output as selected because it satisfies both the conditions. So marks are greater than 85 and also project score. So here you got the output as selected. So just double click here. Yeah, you got the complete result. So as you can see, it's satisfying only one condition. So or satisfies only one condition. So marks are greater than or equals to 80, but the project score is less than 80. So it satisfied only one condition. So the output is selected. So at least it should satisfy any one condition from both. Then only you will get the output. So the next one is identify students who are not in sports. So in the question itself, you got the function not. So directly use the not formula. So if not, so not in sports column is in here, E2, so equals to yes, non-sports and sports. That's it. So what I gave here is, you can directly see here the formula. If E2 is equals to yes, then it is non-sports. If it is no, then it is sports. So it will be considering the reverse. So if it is E2 is equals to no, then sports or else non-sports. So it is a very simple one. Now the next one is, here we have the grade system. So if the marks are greater than or equals to 85, then A. If it is greater than or equals to 70, B grade. If it is greater than or equals to 50, C grade. And if it is less than 50, the student is failed. So let's see how it works. Have the multiple conditions. So we have to use the nested if function, which means using if function inside another if function. So I'm just going to write the formula if greater than or equals to. So I'm just going to write all the conditions. Then A grade. So I'm going to use one more if function inside it. If again C2 is greater than or equals to 70, comma, B grade. Comma. Again, I'm going to write the if function inside it. So C2 greater than or equals to 50. So it is C grade. So the remaining will be false. If it is less than, fail. So it is less than 50. So make sure you close all the braces. So yeah, enter. So I'm just going to, yeah. So you can see here clearly. So marks are greater than 85, then A grade. If the marks are less than 50, then the student is here, you can see fail. So this is how the logical functions